Good evening, beautiful people of Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm Raheem Mescalat. This is episode uno, Andrei Kirilenko, 147 of 4-2 Sports Talk. Great to see you. It's been a nice cloudy day, off and on some rain. It was pretty cool. Took a nap, and enjoyed myself. Pretty much it. Put together a couple stories to talk about. And I have football stuff for you and also some football stuff for you from Western Mass Sports. So we'll get into the episode quickly. It shouldn't take long. Chip Kelly was not surprised, just like the rest of UCLA, in that upset of LSU 38-27. First off, I kind of was surprised. I thought LSU was going to cover. Next, starting quarterback Bryce Young sets debut record for the Alabama Crimson Tide for passing touchdowns. Alabama wins big, 49-14. No surprise there, however. I think Bama's going to go back. I think this kid's going to... maybe have one or two screw ups, you know what I mean? Like most quarterbacks in that position. That's a huge light to play under every Saturday. Yeah, it's a huge light to play under every Saturday, and no one's perfect except Jesus H. Christ himself. Like I said, a loss, maybe two, maybe 3 or 4 interceptions. But if they don't lose, definitely the 3 or 4 interceptions. But I believe Bama is going to go back and win it, honestly. Oklahoma Sooners hang on to beat Tulane 40-35. Shout out to the Tulane Green Wave. The mother's alma mater, and probably my favorite college in Louisiana. I thought for a while they were gonna do it. That would have been really nice to see on TV, especially after the anniversary of Katrina last week and a hurricane as well. So I thought that momentum was there, but Oklahoma managed to do it. So that was good for the Sooners. I think they're pretty good too. They're not Bama good, but it's probably going to be a national championship between the two. If that's even possible, with them being in the SEC. I don't know. I don't have much respect for the college football playoff system anyway. So, Cincy Bearcats handle Miami, Ohio, also 49-14. Not that this was anything shocking. I think Stevie Wonder could see that the choice to go with would definitely be the Cincy Bearcats. I've heard a lot about their defense. I've been reading recently on their quarterback. I'm sorry I did not have his name. So horrible reporting sports. Not as horrible as Mass Live. But yeah, I forgot his name. Number 9. And the Bearcats are supposed to have a great defense this year. And looks like they proved it. But yeah, I didn't really think that the Bearcats deserved to be where they were preseason rankings. And having a chance to see those highlights from that game kind of like put that notion to quiet for a little while. Anyway, until they play some real competition. Another little stream of highlights I saw I thought was newsworthy was Pedestrian's Red Heffley. Yes, Pedestrian. Yeah, it's Pedestrian. I hope I'm not messing it up. Anyway, this dude, Red, whatever his face is, goes out there and sets the FCS record for 10 touchdown passes in a game. That's fucking awesome. Anybody throws 10 anything in a game, it's not an interception or an incomplete pass, is usually looked at as good. But yeah, shouts to you, Red. 10 fucking touchdowns. um, Oregon Star, and this scared me for a little bit, right? Because last week I made a top 25 list of the guys in the NCAA whom I thought were going to jump right out and be some of the top players in the nation. Kayvon Thibodeau went down in the first quarter. Yeah, it scared me. If you remember, back when I did that episode, he was the guy I thought out of the entire 25 that I did that could potentially get a Heisman Trophy. I think I had a Cincy Bearcat at quarterback number 9. A couple other guys, Spencer Rattler was on there too. But I really thought that Kayvon Thibodeau used his speed and size ratio better than anyone playing a defensive line. To me, in a little, at least other than Aaron Donald, you know what I mean. He's a guy that I think also when he gets to the next level is going to be what I consider a generational talent. So it kind of, I was a sigh of relief when I heard later that the injury was it was nothing, literally. And he'll be back out there on Saturday. Finally, Spencer Sanders out for Oklahoma State's first game. COVID-19 protocol. Wear your mask and stay the hell away from people that aren't. It's that simple. And even at times when it's not, just I can say the mask I think is the savior here, because you can be faulty and not wash your hands or and spread germs that way. But if you're wearing a mask, at least the one germ that everybody's so concerned about, you can't get. And yeah, so those are our stories from the news. So what I have for you is the Week 1 schedule review of the National Football League. It starts Thursday. Cowboys at the Bucks. Without this, I'm gonna make this. We're gonna talk about this one because it's gonna be one-sided. I expect Tampa to win big. I expect Tampa to cover. I haven't looked at lines yet for this, but I want to say Tuesday morning. I'll probably start looking at it, paying attention. I'll make my final decision probably Thursday around lunchtime. But as of now, and how I feel about the Cowboys, also how I feel about the Buccaneers, I'm gonna say Bucks in the over. I think that Dallas still needs to do something about that defense. Michael Parsons filled the spot, but there were other needs, especially in the secondary, that were not addressed. And the glass house that they have at quarterback, Dak Prescott. I don't wish any type of harm or anything on anybody, but I do think he's going to get injured again. I don't think it was really smart for Jerry to give him that money unless there's an injury clause and other language riddled throughout the contract that I might not understand. But something just doesn't sit right with me. The fact that this offseason they did not sign a veteran backup quarterback. I've said that for weeks about Dallas, and here you sit with the season getting ready to start against the best defensive line in football, and the second level, Shaq Barrett and Levante David, and the other guy on the right, or on the left. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can penetrate an offensive line quicker than no one's business. They get off the ball so fucking well, man, and I don't know what Dallas is going to do other than screens that will get sniffed out. And Zeke Elliott, who's most likely going to be held under 100 yards during that game. Tampa Bay is going to win it big because the defense is going to take care of Dallas and what they're going to try to do. And, Tom Brady's going to freaking come out there and shine and win-win. So, go Tampa Bay in the over. That's the Thursday night game to kick off the season. I'm not going to bet on every game, obviously, but I'll go through and talk about them. Jaguars-Texans, that's Lawrence's first start. And I think I'd like to see him win, but I'd also like to see Deshaun Watson win and have a good season because of the bullshit he's going through off the field. Chargers at the Washington football team. Washington probably going to win that one. I believe they're going to be the best team in the NFC East. I still stand behind that. Seattle and Indy, you don't really know which way to go, so Russell Wilson gotta be better. And I don't know as of now what's happening with the Colts starting quarterback position. Obviously, we'll have something on that, if anything, in a couple of days. But I would have to say, what's his face would probably step in if Carson Wentz isn't able to go. Jets at Panthers. Sam Darnold against his old team, but my favorite quarterback in this year's NFL draft, Zach Wilson, makes his debut, and Zach Wilson wins big, even though the Jets, the offensive line is already shredded due to offseason injury, stuff like that. And not for nothing, they weren't really great at that position group. They had a guy who I thought was going to have a great year in Mekhi Becton, and he got hurt again. After an ankle injury took away most of his rookie year in 2019. Who else we got here? Vikings and Bengals. Mike Zimmer's old team. Go Bengals. I hate the Vikings, as you know. Cardinals, Titans. Darn. Listen, I'm digging the bag right here. For this game, I'd go Cardinals. Cardinals in the over because I have so much confidence in Cliff Kingsbury and that offense that he runs over there. And they have the weapons galore. In my eyes, they've already won the paper Super Bowl. So why not go out here on a limb and say Cardinals in the over? Sorry. Niners-Lions. Niners win it big, and Jimmy G puts the proverbial smoke screen in our eyes and plays a great game. Steelers-Bills. This is another one I would want to touch, but two of the league's best teams. I think the Bills will win, but not cover, honestly. Who else do we have? Battle of the Birds, Eagles, Falcons. Both teams suck, but one has Jalen Hurts and some alright receivers. Alright. Okay, I'll try to think of one. No. Alright. Falcons have Matt Ryan. Kyle Pitts is making his debut. And the fact that the Atlanta Falcons did not select a quarterback in this draft, we'll see if it comes back to bite them. Atlanta's going to win that one. Browns, Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is the man. He's a man for a reason. Hard work, preparation, and he's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's not even 25 years old. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs win big, but they do not cover because that game is going to be competitive. Packers Saints. I'm scared. As you know, I kind of have experience with this. If you go back after Katrina, New Orleans Saints' first game was against the Green Bay Packers at home, and they beat us. But this year they're not at home because of the hurricane, obviously. But the home team on the schedule, I believe the game is going to be played. Not at Dallas. I saw a story on NFL Network about Dallas, but I also saw something about it being played in the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval. That probably. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably have something on that tomorrow. But bias a fan, whatever you want to call it. Packers big. Fuck out of here. The Saints, they had a weird offseason. Their secondary sucks. And last week I had a whole lot of faith in Jameis Winston, but he's not going to do nothing against our defense. Go Pack, go. Packers win it big. Broncos and Giants. Teddy B is going to beat the shit out of his Giants team, who did not address an offensive line in which their general manager so promised to do so last year. Andre Young, he was a top 10 pick who played in 5 games, I think. And in the off seasons, he did nothing to address the offensive line. So get him, and you're probably going to get fired this year. Finns in the Patriots. Mac Jones, first action. Love Xavier Howard. I love the Dolphins as an organization because of their GM. What they've been able to do trading in and out of the first and second rounds consistently since about like 2015. I love what they got, but I don't have faith in Tua. I really don't trust or have faith in many left-handed quarterbacks. Sorry for my boy Dominic West. My boy Dominic West out of Downers Grove. Shout out to him first of all. He's the best lefty we know. Better than the Sims kid. He's better than Hasselbeck. I will say that. He's better than Mark Brunell. Mark Brunell, there you go. Dominic West is the best lefty I know. Other than that, I really don't have faith in Tua, but the Dolphins have a great team. So this one could go either way. I would just take the Patriots. They're starting a rookie quarterback against an alright defense, but that's Bill Belichick. So, and for the nightcap, we have the Bears and the Rams. Fuck the Bears. It's always go Pack, go over here. I think the Rams will take care of them. And they actually could end up opening up a can, honestly. Rams have one of the best defenses in the league behind us in Tampa Bay. I would put them at like number 3, something like that. Bills' defense is pretty good too. The Chiefs' defense is alright. But yeah, Rams cover in that game, and I think they can win big. The Red Rifle, Andy Dalton is starting. Fields is not going to be out there. I mean, unless Dalton breaks his neck tonight or gets hurt, Fields should sit for a little while. I think when it's evident that the Bears don't make the playoffs, I think that's when you start Fields. Or if, you just feel like your job's on the line and you're Matt Nagy and this is the last year you have to do something, you need a spark, do it. But just know if it happens that way and you guys don't make the playoffs, like you probably won't because you did not address the offensive line and adding another consistent pass rusher other than Robert Quinn, the back end's taken care of pretty well, and I like their secondary, but other than that, the pass rush was not addressed. Offensive line was not addressed. The Bears suck. They're gonna fuck up Justin Fields and throw him out there probably earlier than he's ready. And that'll be murder she wrote for that. Monday night game this year, they're only doing one. It's the Ravens at the Raiders. Ravens and the over. This Raiders franchise is more dysfunctional than a couple of my relationships combined. They didn't draft well. Their quarterback is inconsistent. They trade away their best players, and they consistently end up at the top of the NFL draft. So The Raiders are going to show that they didn't learn again. This was episode 147 in Andre Kirilenko of Sportstalk. Ryan Raskalai here. Little facts about that guy. Number 47, AK-47, played for the Utah Jazz. Small forward, but at times he flashed out to a two-guard. He was an excellent defender, very lanky guy, rangy. Had decent speed, and that three ball was fucking crazy. He looks a little weird, you know who he is when you first seen him. But I was impressed with him throughout his entire career, and I'm glad I'm able to kind of sort of like dedicate this episode to him. Not that he's gonna be fucking watching, but AK-47, Andre Kirilenko, you are one of the best defenders the NBA has ever seen, and one of my all-time favorite Euro players. And yeah, like I said, he's a great three and defense. So I will see you guys tomorrow with episode 148 of 4 and 3 Sports Talk. My name is Rahim Escalai. I hope you have a safe night and you sleep soundly. A lot of health, wealth, and success to you as well. See you guys tomorrow.